Hi everyone, welcome to the Sketchy Besties collab series, and this is a series with my online bestie. We're doing the same sketch, which is this sketch here that we got from Pinterest. All links will be down in the more section below, but we're going to be doing a 4 sketch series, and this is sketch number 1. Okay, so here's the sketch. It's going to be up in the top corner here, and then I'm going to put a link to her channel right here as well. But what we're doing is our versions of the same sketch. Okay, we thought it would be really cool because you can see the same thing envisioned, just slightly different or completely different, you know, because we didn't talk about what we were doing, but we just went at the sketches, and now we're going to share it with you. So make sure you click the link down in the more section to get over to her channel. So for this that I just cut out, this piece, I'm using the Aspen Court borders from Kiwi Lane, and I'm just taking black soot and I'm going around the edge. I'm going to put it on the left hand side of the 12 by 12 paper that I'm using, and the paper collection I'm using is from the Hip Kit Club. It's from their May kit, and I'm using all the papers, and the embellishments are from this collection, this particular line. Even though if you've gotten other kits from them, a lot of times you can cross them over because a lot of the stuff does tend to match, which is awesome. So I'm just kind of laying it out, making sure the width that I picked for that stripe is what I want. I think I initially did like a 1/2 inch, and it was just too thin. So I went up to like 1.5 inches, I think it is, and that was a lot better. So now I'm taking, this is a flower from the Sweetheart templates, and this is number 3. And I'm tracing it on black cardstock and on the specialty paper, which is basically like a vellum with the gold embossing on it. I decided that I wanted to cut the flower image that's in the sketch. I wanted to use this specialty paper because it's so pretty, but when you put it down on the paper, because it's vellum, it kind of disappears. Like, it's there, you can see it, but it's not really standing out. So that's why I decided to also trace it out in the black paper, and it's hand done, so it doesn't line up exactly, but I still like how it's underneath of it, so you can see a good portion of it when it's on the actual sketch itself. And you'll see better when I go to lay it down. But one of the things with Kiwi Lane, which is great for people who are starting out, or even if you're already a seasoned scrapbooker, all you need is scissors and some paper. It's very simple, quick and easy. If you've wanted to do fussy cutting and, you know, getting into that, because it is a talent, I think, because sometimes for me, I'm over it halfway through because I don't do it a whole lot. But to clear it up, if you're not the best in cutting out, all you do is ink your edges. You ink your edges, and next thing you know, everything is looking really nice. And you can see there, I took the black paper out and it kind of disappeared. So I definitely like it with it underneath. And so what I decided to do was put part of the black paper underneath our border, and then put the vellum on top. So like part of the vellum is on top of the pattern paper as well. I thought that would be an interesting overlap, and you really, I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference, but I think it looks nice. And then I decided to take pieces of the vellum paper and fussy cut out the flower design that they have on it. And, you know, I do recognize this. I don't know if any of you have ever done this, but you decide to fussy cut something, and next thing you know, you have like a pile of stuff that you fussy cut, because you almost get into a trance and then you can't stop. So I did this one piece, and I was like, I need a couple of more. So I grab in the paper, and I'm cutting out little pieces so that way I can get, I think it's like 2 more. Yeah, this one, and then the one that I put underneath the photo, I wasn't going to cut that one or trim it down, but I do trim it a little bit. And I switched spots because I figured this one would actually work better in the upper part of the photo where I just tucked it in there. And then I thought maybe on top. Okay, so I know for sure I'm using those, and I decided to start inking up the strip edge here. So that way it has a similar theme. And I'm going to go ahead and get my photo ready and get it attached to the paper first. Because I knew, for the most part, I knew everything was going to be pretty much based off of where I was going to be tucking in my photo. So I wanted to get it ready and get it down. Now, a lot of times, when I'm using different ephemera pieces or like even those flowers, I do like to put a little bit of fun foam behind my photo to lift it up so that way I can tuck stuff underneath. But for this particular sketch, I didn't want to lift it. I wanted it to be flat because I wanted it to literally be like it was tucked into the border. So I'm lining it up and I'm trying to figure out exactly where the photo is going to go, and I want to add my different pieces and get, you know, like the main stuff that I knew was going to be glued straight to the project, get those set up, and then I'm going to put the border on. So I was taking the sand block to go around the edge because sometimes that helps too. You know what I mean? Doing the sanding of your edges if your cutting was a little wonky, which mine was when it came to that flower. I think I gave up like literally halfway through. So now I'm attaching. I have the bottom edge of this border kind of lifted up, and then I decided, okay, let me put the glue on the back of the flower, and then I can press it all down and it's pretty much set. And then we're just laying down our strip. And then we're going to attach the specialty paper. Now, when it comes to vellum, you know, when you put stuff down, you do sometimes see the markings from the glue. Okay, so if that's the case and you're worried about it, then you can always add stuff to it. Like right in the center of the flower, I could see some of the glue had spilled out when I pressed it down. So I'm going to wind up using one of the buttons, sort of like the enamel buttons in the center to kind of hide it. And you could do stuff like that. If you ever use vellum or something, like they have in the packages the acetate butterflies. If you're worried about the glue, you can put glue right down the center, put it down, and then put like gemstones going down the center of the butterfly. No one would see the adhesive. So if it's something that you're, you know, worried about trying to hide it, there are ways that you can do that. I knew I wanted to use the rainbow, and I liked how the heart looked placed at sort of like the bottom of the rainbow. And then I just went through trying to find some more of the hearts, so that way I can kind of spread them around. And then I'm just finding little bits from the ephemera package that I can put on in different spots. I was thinking about using these tassels. I haven't figured out how to attach them to the project or a project. And so I was thinking maybe I could use it on this. I'm just going to put it up there for a minute. And I want to say I'm 100% sure I did not wind up using it. And I was just looking through some of the stickers, trying to see if there was anything on there that I wanted to use. And then I pulled out, because I knew I wanted to use the acetate butterflies. But I'm just checking this, because this sticker sheet that came in one of the ephemera packs is awesome, because it has some clear stickers, some sentiments. And that's really what I was looking through, trying to figure out what exactly did I want to you know, use to add to embellish around my photo and stuff like that. Excuse me. And of course, I'm like reading through the whole thing trying to figure it out, but sorry about that. And then there's some of the stickers. And I just wasn't 100% sure with that particular pack. But I do at one point attempt to use one. And I think it's like at the end. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work. But I did decide on the sketch. You see where they have the 3 squares? They said on the actual sketch it was like photos or embellishment, something like that. So I decided to use embellishments. So I got the peace sign, the crossing the fingers, and I wanted to use that big "You Are Beautiful." And then I was going to use the she shines, but then I decided, no, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to put it back. And then towards the end, I'm going to come back with some more of the puffy stickers and put them down as well, kind of as accents, the stars and things like that. I was going to use the sequins and put sequins in the center, and I decided, no, it doesn't stand down enough. And so I just grabbed some of those enamel circles. I got these from Shimmers. I think they call them dots. And the best part is they have kind of like a 3D foam on the back, but you can peel it off and make it flat, which is what I did. I just glued it straight to the project. And then I knew I wanted to use this gold puffy, it's like a foam, I guess, sticker. And it's the word smile. And then I decided to grab the, I think it's the blue side. There's these, I have it right here, actually. These little stickers is from Happy Life. And on the one side is white. And then on the other side is like these navy blues. So I decided to grab the navy blue and put Miss Your, and then obviously the big word is smile. And so after I had that down, I'm like, okay, this is good. Now it's time to start, you know, I don't know what possessed me. I'd already glued it down, but I was like, you know what? Let me just hit the edge of of the vellum, because you can distress the edges of the vellum as well. You know what I mean? You with your different inks. We're still using the black soot, but it just, I don't know, it finishes it off. And now we're going to glue down the other pieces that we have. The rainbow, the hearts, and the sentiment, the little, it's still in my hand actually. I'm going to glue that down as well. And let me tell you, art glitter glue, it is a fast acting adhesive, because if you don't move it right away, you'll be really mad because you didn't move it when you were thinking about it. And then I'm just going to go through, I'm trying to find the right size butterfly. Sometimes I like the smaller ones better, and there weren't a whole lot of the smaller ones. But I just grabbed 3 of those, and I'm able to tuck them in kind of with the vellum pieces, so they're kind of sticking out. And then I'm just going to put glue right down the center and attach them. And there I want it kind of peeking out from underneath the photo, so that's why I lifted up the edge a little bit. And then this is where I'm trying to add the sticker. This one, it said Capture Life, and it just wasn't working. I didn't have anything else like it, so I was like, you know what, let's just call this done. So I'm grabbing some of the shimmers that was in the kit from December. I want to say it's something with Ivy, and I sadly moved it off my desk, so I don't have it right in front of me. But it's a shimmers. It has this really pretty green, and since I had the You Are Beautiful and the green in her shirt, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and use that. And then I'm also using the Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold for my splatters. And there I'm adding just a few of those black puffy stickers, the stars. I put them all over because I forgot to add them, so I wanted to do that real quick before I admit it, and I'm saying it out loud and proud, I have a splatter problem. And that problem is I want it everywhere. I try to do it controlled, but I almost inevitably have to have it in each section of the project, which is putting it all over, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna do one where it's just very controlled and in a small spot, and I'm gonna point it out when I do. But I still love how it turned out, and I'm just real quick wiping off on the photo so that nothing stays on there, because I should have covered it, but I was being lazy. So here is the final project. And here are the close-ups. I think it turned out really cute. And I had fun scrapping this particular photo because the lady in it, I called her my Italian mama, and she passed away last year. And so that's why I put Miss Your Smile, because she always had a great smile and laugh. So I love you, Mama Maggie. This is my shout out to you. And for our collab, like I said, more information will be down below. Make sure you click on the links, and if I can link it here, I will have links to Beatrice's video. Definitely take a look at it, and if you guys like, please subscribe, hit the little button with the bell, and that way you get notified whenever we add more content. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day.